and I'm the director of a program called the Walk to Freedom, where we've got a number of different programs, and one of the programs that we have is called From the Horse's Mouth. And it's a youth-based program where the title says itself, where we have a number of volunteers and people such as myself who didn't have a great start in life. And what we noticed on our journey was that there were certain things that we think young people such as yourself who are on that journey today may need to hear and be alright to like sort of understand so you don't make the same mistakes like I did. And I'm going to tell you a bit about me as well. But before we start, my mum always told me never to speak to strangers. And I'm going to be speaking to you lot today, right? So if you just want to go around and tell me all your names, that'll be fine. Start from this gentleman here. Billy. Billy? Lucy.
Jay.
Jay.
Sade. Micaiah.
Yeah, because I'm
Ellen.
Michael.
Kieran.
Jack.
Tom. Good. I'm going to forget all your names. So if I call you Fred, Melissa, it's your name. It's just I've forgotten because I'm totally rubbish with names. But anyway, the talk that I've brought to you today, I think because you're sort of like at the beginning of starting this program, am I right?
Yeah.
Halfway through?
Yeah.
Halfway.
We've finished, haven't we?
We've got
4 weeks left.
Yeah.
That's okay, it still works. Because you're going to need it for whatever you do after. Okay? But it's really, really good because a great man once said, it's always good to tell people what they know just to remind them anyway, when they're on their journey through life. And this particular talk is called It's All About You and Your Future. The Mission Possible and the Keys to Success. Now what we're going to talk about in this presentation is basically what I've learned, and what I've learned to do has helped me to become the CEO of my own company, regardless of how I started. So how old are you? What's the ages in here? 16?
18 up 23.
18 and up. Okay, who's the youngest? How old are you guys?
18.
18? Right, you all could be the CEO of your own company since you were 16. Did anyone ever tell you that? You could be the director of your own company in whatever you want to do since you were 16. So that means already you have the potential to be that at 18. Because if this guy can do it, so can you. That's me, 12 years ago, addicted to crack cocaine and heroin for 20 years of my life. I was addicted to drugs. There I was 7.5 stone. At my worst, I was eating off of the streets of Liverpool. As you can see, my relationship with food is fully restored and in its right place. And then, if you ask that guy then, or said to that guy then, who came up to me in the streets when I was stick thin, taking drugs just to survive, do you know you could be the CEO of your own company? I would have said, give me a double of what you're taking, to be quite honest. Because if you look in my face there, I was so far from any form of hope. I couldn't believe it. I would never have believed it. If you had told me that I would have ended up in a place like Kazakhstan, which is in between Russia and China, where Borat comes from, yeah. Right? Teaching English. You know, going into places, into small villages where they've never seen a black person before. I would have said again, give me a double. But the point I'm trying to make to you today is this. Firstly, if I can do it, you can do it. Would you agree? Would you agree? If this 7.5 stone drug addict can raise himself above his situation and begin to see hope, so can you. Because I'm going to be straight with you guys today. The journey's not going to get any easier the older you get. But I'm going to give you these little keys to success that if you remain sort of focused on them, and we're going to talk about that as well, you will make it. I heard someone the other day said, keep trying and you will be a success. That's the bottom line. And I'm telling you this from now, there are going to be days when you're going to feel like giving up. Somebody tell me, what do they want to do? What do they want to be? Young man, what do you want to be?
I don't know, it's like being from a landscaper
Okay, good.
to probably being a roofer.
Good.
A nurse or a care support worker.
Brilliant.
Animal veterinary nurse.
Wow, absolutely brilliant. You're going to do it for like cows and all that, putting that big rubber arm thing, to do all that. You, my lady,
A youth worker.
youth worker,
PE teacher.
you want to do that?
Author artist.
Author artist. Lovely, lovely.
Author.
Oh, ooh, you want to write my book?
If you want.
Okay, cool.
Either working in a garage or working in a department.
Absolutely brilliant.
Graphic design and theatre design.
Good. Ravi's going to save the world. People in more revolution. You young man.
That's good.
Wow. Really needed nowadays the way how you youngsters are carrying on with these.
Charming.
Don't they make us all the same bracket?
No. Some of you youngsters.
One example, Michael.
But this is
Yeah, Ravi.
this is the seed I want to plant in all of you today. And Ravi's heard me say this before. You can have your own company doing it. You can have your own company doing it. You can have your own surgery. You can have your own company. You can have your own company doing it. You can be having your own publishing, authoring company. So can you, so can you, so can you, and so can you. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not ever limit yourself to the mediocre. Life is supposed to be what we call predicated on stages and achievements. And we're going to talk a bit about it. But first, I need to know
This is your
an
last
answer.
chance. After this, there's no going back. You take the blue pill.
You see the blue pill?
Story ends.
That represents an illusion.
Believe whatever
Do you know the sea's not blue and neither is the sky?
Yeah.
You stay in Wonderland.
The illusion is the life that tells you that you can't make it. That's all you will be. Then we've got the red pill. That represents fact, hope, prosperity, fire.
All I'm offering is the truth. Nothing more.
And that's all I'm offering you today, is the truth. Nothing more that way, just YouTube. That's what I'm from. Because today I'm going to offer you a mission that is possible. That is possible, that you can go for any dream and hope that you want to do. I do not want any of you coming out of here today saying, I'm going to settle for the mediocre. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Because my job is to stir you with the red pill. Because it represents fire. And fire makes progress. It consumes everything around it. And I want you to consume your journey of life that you eventually reach a goal. Can we agree? Because
Yes.
should you accept this mission,
Oh God, no.
you can and you will be. You can and you will be anything you want to do in life. You can and you will succeed far above and beyond any kind of limitation that the blue pill of life will put on you. Do you believe? Do you believe that? Do you believe and would you accept it? Thank you very much. Do you believe and do you accept that?
Yeah.
Do you believe and do you accept the mission possible?
Yeah.
Right, thank you. I know it's Monday. Because it is a mission that is possible. Totally a mission that is possible, that will lead you to be anything that you want to be. Anything. Yes, there can come things in life that will most probably keep knocking you down. Give me something that can keep knocking you down from your dreams. Can anybody think of something? People.
Like lack of funds.
Lack of funds. Right, firstly, no matter what they tell you, there's always money. You've just got to go know where to look for it. Well, I'm going to take a really bad example, yeah? And I really hope they sort it out. The government tells you we've got to make cuts. The government tells you you've got to make cuts from education, we've got to do this, we've got to do that, we've got to do whatever. Unfortunately, there was a hurricane that hit the Philippines. Less than 24 hours, the government came up with £6 million. Hold on a second, wasn't this the same government that said we ain't got no money, we're in debt? If you have a friend who tells you they have no money, and you see them in Primark, right, buying a pair of jeans, don't you think there's a bit of an imbalance there? There is always the money, you've just got to know where to look for it. And if you are a winner, you will never ever quit, you will find another way. Do not ever let them tell you that there's no money, because you can be self-sufficient enough to do it for yourself. People, I'm going to tell you a story. It was 3 frogs. Did I tell you the story? Okay. No. It was 3 frogs in a race, up a pole, and all the crowd was standing there watching these 3 frogs. And the gun went off. And these frogs are climbing up the poles, and the people are going, oh, look at these frogs, what are frogs doing up there going up poles? What are they doing? They'll never make it, that's you just having a laugh, it's not going to happen. One frog was listening and he fell off. 2 frogs are there running up the pole now. Crowd in, oh, look at you, you're just a frog. You'll never get anywhere. You started off as a tadpole, how could you possibly think you're going to make it to the top? Second frog listens, falls off, poof. 3rd frog. He's there, oh, you'll never make it, you're absolutely rubbish. Can't you see where you come from? You've just come from a pond. You've just come from being absolutely nothing. You'll never make it. And the frog gets to the top. Gets to the top. Does a little pirouette. And jumps back down. All the crowd are amazed at this frog. A reporter goes up to the frog and he goes, so tell me, how come you made it? What made you pressure and succeed to reach that goal? And the frog turned around and said, pardon me? Does anybody get the moral of the story?
Proving people wrong.
Sorry?
Proving people wrong.
Proving people
He
wrong, but
he didn't
also-
even hear anybody saying that he couldn't do it.
Thank you very much. You see, people will only stop you if you let them affect you. If you listen to what people say, then it will pull you down. But if you don't listen and you remain focused, because people are quicker to pull you down than they are to lift you up. Come here, young man. Stand on this chair. Okay. Got insurance? You're never going to be anything. It's easy, isn't it? You alright? You alright?
Yeah.
It's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you get a good set of people around you that actually go, come on man, keep going. Just keep going, one step at a time. Just keep going forward. You'll always make it. Will you ever come off of that chair?
Probably not now.
Give them a round of applause. Because that's exactly what it's about. If you surround yourself with people in your life who are just going to pull you down, they are dead weight. They're dead weight. They are no benefit to you. I can count my friends on one hand. And they are loyal, they are understanding, they're just about as nutty as me. I got married the other day and we were all in kilts. They're just as nutty as me. They understand the goal that I'm going, and they'll never ever try and hold me back, and they'll always support and encourage me. But here's the double side of the coin. You see them people who do tell you you're never going to make it, they're just as useful. Do you know that? They are just as useful. Because you know what they do? They help me to keep going, to prove them wrong, like he said. I wrote in an article the other day, a few months ago, and I said at the end of this article, to all the people who rejected me, told me I'd never become anything, to all the people who said that I'm this, they don't want to work with my organisation, they'll never make it, I say to you, a big thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I most probably would have quit. You see, it's about how you let people affect you. You can either let them break you or make you. Me personally, bless them all. The good and the bad. Because it's how I take it on board. And I'm telling you, people are going to tell you that the author business is too expensive and you'll never ever make it. People are going to tell you about this side of publishing and this side of publishing, you should be in it. People are going to tell you that your writing's crap. Excuse the French. People are going to tell you because that's the way of life. But it's all about what you believe. I believe I have a program that sets people free from drug and alcohol awareness. And it does. Even when the job centre were telling me, you need to go on this CCAT course and go and stack shelves for a month, I went, no, this is what I'm doing. And I went up against them, and I won, thank God. Because I needed the money, 33 quid a week. And that's what it's going to take. One of these keys to this mission, is perseverance. It's about perseverance. And let me tell you something. It will be a toll on you. But I'll tell you this today, do not give up whatever your dream and your hope is. If that's what, sometimes it's subject to change, that's understandable. But never ever give up. Don't listen to people, because they will come, but just use it positively. So as we move on, we've all established that you're willing to take on this mission, because you're doing it anyway. You're taking on your mission, that is your life. And here's the thing about it, it's your mission, it's nobody else's. Because sometimes friends, sometimes family, sometimes people who we deem as influential may come and tell you, don't do that, do this. And because of how you hold them in your life out of respect and all the rest of it, sometimes we believe, I should listen to them because that's right, what they're saying, because they're convincing me. I can guarantee if you get that little niggling in your stomach that goes, something's not right there, you're right. You have to trust your intuition sometimes. Seriously, I have gone into stuff where I've trusted my intuition and I don't even have the money to do it, and I assess what I'm doing and I do it and I make it through. Because sometimes another key to success is taking a risk. Does anybody know how a plane works? How many people have been on a plane?
Roughly.
Strange that, isn't it?
Roughly.
Ain't that strange? I don't know how a plane works, but I get on one.
You wheel it up into the air.
Sorry?
I think you wheel it up into the air or something.
You wheel it up into the air. A lot more going on that. A lot more going on that. But do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes taking that risk is about, has anybody seen like that? What's that film? Harrison Ford.
Indiana
Okay.
Jones.
Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, that's the one. And you remember the last one, not the one with the son, but with the dad?
Yeah.
Right. And he's in the cavern. And he's got to go and get the goblet because someone shivved his dad, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. And he's got that invisible bridge to walk
Oh, yeah.
across. And he has to take that step of faith. That's what your life is about sometimes. I am not quite sure about how it's going to work. But I trust and believe in myself enough to do it. That's a step of faith, because that's what happens every time you get on a plane. I know enough about it to get on it. So you take steps of faith every day. So, let's play again. Anybody want to play again?
Yeah.
Yeah! Well, now it's Monday! We'll play again!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Anybody try that again?
Yay! Catchphrase!
Yeah.
Say what you see, say what you see. So we're going to play a little game of catchphrase.
I love catchphrase.
Alright? And when we play this game, everybody knows the rules now.
Yep.
Say what you see, say what you see.
That yellow guy.
Don't worry, it's all part of my madness, okay? First one.
Shaving.
Shaving
Cream.
cream.
Hair cream.
Shaving cream.
Who agrees with shaving cream?
Yeah, shaving cream.
Shaving cream.
Shaving cream, shaving. Yes.
Yeah.
Well done. No sweets to give you today, but it's okay. Moving on. What's up?
Worlds apart.
Brilliant. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Worlds apart. Next one.
Mind reading.
Yeah.
You lot are
Mind
sharp.
reading.
Mind reader. Next one.
I'll leave the next one.
Shoulder to cry on.
Oh, these are easy, isn't it? Next one.
Ah. It's fun.
Squeezing.
Squeeze fun into me?
It's fun.
No. Oh, we're not all. What did you say?
Poke.
Ooh, very, very close. Very, very close.
Making fun of. No.
No.
He said it.
Go, go, go.
Poking fun at me.
Well
Poking
done.
fun at me.
Ah.
What about this one?
Sandwich!
Good. What about this one?
Once bitten, twice shy.
Good. What about this one?
Oh. Looking for.
Warden.
I
No.
have a drink in the
Yeah.
meantime, you all.
Oh. That's it.
Through the eyes of the
Someone in the
warden.
field?
Warden. No.
I'll give you a clue.
Someone in the
It goes back into what I said right at the beginning.
Replay.
It's a test.
Uh,
See who's listening.
Mission Impossible.
Close.
Nature.
Matrix, dancing,
No.
music.
No.
Matrix.
No.
Nature
No.
ward or something.
And I'll tell you this now. It's what every single one of you should be doing.
Looking forward.
in your
Looking
life.
forward.
Yeah, that's Michael.
Looking forward. Forward.
Looking forward.
Well done, Michael.
Well done.
Ellen said it the
That's
first
what you all should be doing in your mission. Is looking
That was a sneaky
forward.
one.
Sneaky.
Because if you keep on looking back, you are not going to move forward. If you have a goal, what should you be looking at?
Forward.
What should you be looking at?
The
Okay.
future.
At that goal and how to achieve it.
Your goal is veterinary, so there's the veterinary surgery there. What should you be looking at? Your friends?
Who's that?
Your options.
What should you be looking at?
The business. Your colleagues.
Those.
Your,
Business plan.
Goal.
your mission.
Future.
Your
The
future.
business
Very,
plan.
very close.
Career.
Future.
Mission
Your
Impossible
dreams.
Larry. I know.
This is what you should be looking at.
Plans.
You should be looking and visualising
Matrix
that
film.
veterinary surgeon every other day of the week. Because we're going to talk about this as well. If you look forward to the goal, I'll tell you what happens, a very remarkable thing. You inspire yourself. Because the dream and the vision becomes alive. If I keep looking at other things, where am I going to end up?
Other things.
You get too distracted.
Am I going to be
Sidetracked.
looking at the thing I want to do?
No.
And what's going to happen to me emotionally?
We just get down and depressed.
But if I keep focusing
You
on
might
the
go
goal,
nowhere.
what's going to happen?
You feel positive.
I'm more positive, yeah.
And we're going to talk a little bit about this after. Another one.
Knowledge is power.
Very
Yeah.
good. In your situation and circumstance right now, in all that you're doing, why is knowledge power?
So you understand your own placement and what you want to do.
Good. Brilliant.
You find out ways to get your steps forward.
Brilliant. Anyone else? By gaining knowledge,
You know what your goal is? I don't know.
exactly, by gaining knowledge, you have the power to sit in any arena. Any arena. And your journey in your mission in life will give you little points where you can learn. I have not one CSE, GCSE or ABC to my name. But I have Luton Borough Council calling me up to give them information about drug and alcohol situations and the youth problem. You see, that's the power that you get out of knowledge. As well as it helps you to be the master of your craft, of whatever you do. People will not look on your history or your past when they understand that you have what it takes up here to sit in any arena. I've had to educate myself. Because as you can see from my past, I didn't. but it's given me enough, and if I continue to what we call personal development, and I learn to do what I do better every single time, I will have the power to sit anywhere I want. I've already been to the Houses of Parliament. And I've had people stand up there and go to me, I'm going to see you on telly one day. Please keep doing what you're doing. You know so much about what you are talking about. Who, me? It is. It gives you the power to walk through doors that would normally be closed in your face. Education equals knowledge. Knowledge equals power. Power equals respect. Respect equals happiness. Would you agree?
Mm, yeah.
Yes.
Depends.
Yes.
What will that bring out? What else?
Stability.
Good.
Oh, good.
Good. Anybody else?
You respect yourself to everybody else.
Excellent
Like,
answer.
value yourself.
Absolutely excellent answer. They're all excellent answers, but that's an absolutely excellent one. Anybody else? You're very quiet. What are you? For you personally, if you have, and I'm sure you're working on all these attributes already, but if you totally walk in that, what would it bring in?
Be more like confident in yourself.
Exactly. Have you noticed that the goal ain't even up there? You see, that gets you through the journey to the goal. See what I'm saying? These are one of the keys that you need to have to your success. Knowledge, power, respect and happiness. Because to be quite honest with you, it will totally change your surroundings as well. Totally. It doesn't matter if you were brought up in the ghetto, and it don't matter if you were brought up in the suburb. Don't matter. I came from quite a good background and still turned out to be a drug addict. Doesn't matter. It's about when you make a decision in your life that you are going to attain these things in your life, you will forget about how you started. Because I'm sure we've all got a story, innit? And sometimes that story can hold us back. Because words are very powerful. Things that happen in our life are very powerful sometimes. But never, ever, ever, and just remember this one thing that I tell you today. Never, ever, 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 ever let your past ruin your destiny. So make the things of your past history. Does that make sense? When you make the things of your past history, it enables you and catapults you to this. Another key, motivation and focus. How many of you are motivated? Good.
Me.
What motivates you?
Depends on what I'm doing. If it's coming here, see everyone and have fun.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Let me ask you a question. How many of you base your motivation upon how you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends. Yeah. Depends.
Ooh, what does it depend on?
Most of my motivation is, I know it sounds horrible, but I don't want to be like my mum and dad. Like my dad's on the door, my mum works at Tesco's.
Hold on to that.
Yeah.
Somebody else?
It depends. Because I do artistic work, it has its good days and it has its bad days. So if I'm on a good run, I get a lot of work done. If not, then
Good.
don't.
Let me tell you something. Feeling motivated is about 1% of you reaching your goal. Because what you're going to do when you don't feel motivated,
Stick at it anyway.
that's good. But you're going to do nothing, innit? But what you said was really, really true. Because your motivation is based upon one thing, the truth. If you base your motivation on the truth, which has no feeling, that's why they call it the cold hard truth. you will, regardless of how you feel, go toward this goal. Truth of the matter, I need to get up, I need to go to college, I need to go to YMCA, no matter how I feel, because it's part of my journey, it's part of where I've got to go, no matter what's going on in my life, no matter if he annoyed me, she annoyed me, that annoyed me, the truth. Because I'll guarantee you this, most of your days when you don't get out your bed and your quilt is going, don't go, Stephanie. You don't need to do that roll over
Every
to
day.
the part of the bed that's still kind of warm. And then you move the pillow up and you're like that and you just move away from the bit of dribble from last night and all the rest of it. Yeah? You base that all on how you feel at that time. But what's the truth of the matter?
I think that's
Yeah, I need to get up.
I think that this morning.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying now, people? Your motivation, I'll tell you, will get you to your goal when it is based upon not looking at how you feel, because most of the time you're not going to feel like it. I respect most of you, because if I looked out the door today and saw it was raining and saw it was cold, I would have not felt like coming in here. I wouldn't.
I would.
For being at home.
I wouldn't. Seriously, back in the day, I would have gone, this is a really excuse for me to stay indoors. Because I'm going to feel cold, I'm going to feel damp, it's raining, and all the rest of it. And that's what I'm trying to say, guys. You can base some on the things that are good, that motivate you to do things, but on that day, when you're not feeling motivated, which is going to be at least 70% of the time, let's be honest, please just do one thing. Look at the truth. Because once you activate your motivation, it puts you back on the focus. Make sense? Because when you're not motivated, you're not focused. On the truth, on the goal, on the thing that you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. But once you go, I'm not going to look at how I feel, I'm going to base my motivation on what I'm doing and where I'm going, you will move forward. And these are some of the things that you've got to do to keep motivated. You've got to push through it. You've got to push through the bad days. I am honest with you. I have to deal with people who have life-controlling problems nearly every day. Some of them are just not getting it. And I have to push through. And I've seen successes. They have done the work, but I've seen successes because I've pushed through. I've got one young man that I used to mentor, or still do, and I used to call him the spawn of Satan. Because he just was not having it. But I had to remain focused on the goal because I knew what I had would help him to reach his. And now, that young man who's on the borders of exclusion, he's getting what's called the Barney Miller Award. He's joined the anti-bullying action team. His grades have gone up. He is no longer, they're saying in his school now, the blah blah of last year is not the blah blah of this year. Because I had to push through. I had to keep going. I had to use the passion that I had to work hard with this guy. And sometimes in life, that's what we're going to need. I don't know what the RRR thing and everything, that's just where I just snatched it from. Alright, okay? Reading, writing, arithmetic. Right? But those are the key ones when you have focus. Because I'll tell you this from now, somebody is going to be watching you. Believe it or not. It could be family, could be friends, it could be actually the next person that comes through the YMCA door or at your graduation thinking of coming through it. And when they actually see that you've persevered and you're motivated and you're focused, do you know what it does? It becomes catching. It becomes contagious. Because they see the good that you're doing and they want to do it too. I'm sure Ravi's an inspiration.
What?
Would you say so?
Yeah.
And sorry, I forgot your name. Alicia. Micaiah. I'm sure some of you have gone, do you know what, I'd like to do what she does, helping young people and all the rest of it. Would you think that about her if she never turned up to work and walked in late all the time and just never did nothing?
You would have listened to her.
Exactly. So you see how it's catching? The amount of my clients, and I thank God for it, the amount of my clients that go, I want to do what you do. I want to do what you do. I want to hopefully one day come and work for you. That's inspiring to me. Because I know, months down the line, they wanted to kill themselves. They didn't care, they'd rather have been dead. And there are young people out there who need to see your motivation and your focus, like, what's his name called it, your mojo. Next one. So all of these kind of things. So once you're motivated and you're focused, you will be committed. Now, most of us aren't committed to being committed. Somebody give me something that they're not committed to, but they should be. Anything. Start from your bedroom.
Can't think that.
Start from your bedroom. Start from the plate that should have been washed up this morning and wasn't. Start from mum or dad told me to hoover and I never did it.
No, it never happens.
Huh?
Never happens.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, the reason why I use those little things is this. If you become committed to the little things, life will give you the bigger things to commit to. Because if you can't commit to doing the little things, how are you going to handle commitment to the bigger things? Will you? Do you see what I'm saying? So today, let's all make a pact. I will be committed. After me, I will be committed.
What hand? Left.
Any hand, doesn't matter. Yeah, both hands. Both hands. I will be committed.
I will be committed
To the little things.
to the little things,
So that when the big things come,
so that when the big things come,
I will have the commitment.
I will have the commitment.
Absolutely. You see, they will open up the doors to you. When I started this business, I had to go to a company called YMCA, and they help you set up small businesses. And I would go like this with them. Okay, after a meeting, I'd go, when do you want this by? They would go, we'll want it by next week. I would make sure I will have it by next week. So everything else had to get put on hold. This was including running a business. And you know what? When I had it next week, they were more committed to working with me. You see, when you're committed to people, people get committed to you. Because they want to work with you. They see that you have a level of excellence that they can trust you. And believe me, and again, it's not me, it's what I do. I have people coming to me because they see my level of commitment. I am committed to hurting people. I am committed to young people. People in turn pick up the phone and phone me because they hear of my commitment to these things. But I'll tell you this, you know when my commitment started? In rehab. In the rehab that I was in, it was very, very disciplined. Because commitment takes discipline, isn't it, man? Commitment, another part of commitment is discipline. And in this rehab, they used to do room checks. And if you got a white ticket, you had to do washing up. And let me tell you something. Even if they found an eyelash, I'm not going to say it like that again, I had to wash up plates for a week. Eyelash. That's what I said the first time. Well, your roommate ain't done right. Why? Because there's an eyelash in your sink. Of all places, that's all right for an eyelash to be on my sink. Even a smudge or a fingerprint. Any little speck of dust, a little minute. Wash up. But you know what? I used it to become committed. I was committed to raise my level of excellence. The only thing it done was just made me a bit OCD now. Oh, I can't take it. But you see, when you commit to doing the best job you can, you want, what did you say you wanted to do again? Landscaping. Or being a roofer. When you commit to being a roofer, people should be able to walk past and go, who done that roof? Because when you commit to doing something, you actually make it unique to you. You actually make it unique to you. So what was your name again? Billy. They'll look and go, oh, Billy from Billy's Roofers and Co. did that job. People will even go, you know that job you've done? Stick a plaque outside the door to get you more business. Because they see your commitment in what you've done for them, and then they want to help you. See, all these little nuggets do play out for your benefit. They may not at the time, but they will. I'm still broke, but they will. And with that commitment, like I said, you become individual. And this is one of the greatest individuals of his time. Rocky is a very inspirational guy. Because he came from nowhere and he had absolutely nothing. And he became committed to his craft in what he did. He decided to make a decision. I'm not going to keep being what I am, because if I do, I'll remain what I am. I am. Okay? And when you have that level of commitment, you will, I promise you today, you will run that race of your life and you will win. I guarantee you. Are you a winner?
Yeah.
Are you a winner?
Yeah.
Are you going to run your race of life and win?
Yeah.
Are you going to run up your stairs and have everybody following after you because you're committed and you're dedicated and you're focused on a goal that people are going to be chasing after you because they want what you have? Are you willing to take that on board?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you willing to take on that mission in life?
Yes.
You're saying yeah. I say it from the inside. It's all from the inside, man. It's on the inside. I'm not going to make you know that I'm saying it, but I'm saying it on the inside. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? When you have that motivation, when you have that focus, when you have that drive, when you have that goal in front of you, he's not getting tired. Because you won't get tired. You keep moving and there will be untold people who want to follow you. Untold. I can guarantee you. It is contagious success. It is absolutely contagious in good ways and in bad ways, because you're going to want some people just what you want, what you got, but they're not willing to do the work that it took to get it. Okay? But you will, and I'm telling you, you will climb those stairs of life. And it will be successful. It will be great. You will feel on top of the world. You will feel that you can take on anything. Don't want that boyfriend. I want a husband. Don't want that low-paid job. I want a raise. I don't want that stupid whatever. I want to be at the top of my game. Do you want to be at the top of your game? Yeah. Are you going to settle for the mediocre? Or are you going to be more than you can be? Do you understand what I'm saying? You can be that. Give Rocky a round of applause. Very inspirational times. But it's true. Because he had his battles to fight. He lost against Club at Land. Got battered. Because he wasn't prepared. And sometimes, I'm not talking about that shot about another thing. Sometimes you're going to get battered. That's a fact. Sometimes you're going to get knocked down in what you want to do. That's a fact of life. Bad things happen to good people. The sun shines on good people and bad. So it can happen to you, but if you react to it in the right way, positively, optimistically, and sometimes you've got to learn from why you got knocked down as well. You see, I don't believe in failures. I don't. Never ever tell yourself again that you failed. Never. It's enabling. Tell yourself, I've just had an opportunity to learn. No such thing as failures. When something fails, that means it is no good anymore. So why are you putting stuff on yourself that you're not? It's about learning to get back up again and fighting. Do you agree? It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's true. You're going to get kicked sometimes for what you want to do, because that's just the way the world is. It is not a nice place. But if you remain focused and driven, you will get where you're going. Thinking positively, doing the right thing. I'm not going to put up there, positive mental attitude. I'm not going to put up there. Because what you think is what you feel. What you think and feel is what you say. What you think, feel, and say is going to be what you do. Gandhi. He wrote that. And it's true. And if you think, feel, and say, and do all in the positive manner of doing it, you will have what is called integrity. Some people coin it spiritual integrity. And sometimes when you're kicked and you're down and you're feeling not motivated and all the rest of it, it will take what you think to make you do the right thing, because there is nothing in this world that hasn't got here based upon a thought. Nothing. If you believe in God, even God thought, I think I'll make a planet. I think I'll make the universe as well. So what you think is what you feel. Would you agree? If I'm thinking down, what am I going to end up doing? If I'm thinking up, what am I going to end up doing? Sometimes it's going to feel like the hardest thing to do because of how you feel. But hold on a minute. If I look at the truth, can I still operate regardless of how I feel? Yeah. And if I operate regardless of how I feel by looking at the truth, will my thinking change? For the positive and for the good. And then, will I end up feeling better about myself? And that's what you need on this journey. Thinking positively and doing the right thing. In actual fact, that's what makes a real man or woman. Is that no